Imagine a world where Europe's story begins differently. A world where the first major religion to enter the continent is not Christianity, but Islam. A world shaped by the ideas of desert scholars instead of Roman bishops, and a world where the Mediterranean becomes a bridge between cultures long before the rise of the Catholic Church. To enter this alternate timeline, we change one thing. Islam does not appear in the 7th century. It appears much earlier, centuries earlier. A unified monotheistic faith forms in Arabia during the years when Rome is still powerful. Trade routes across the Mediterranean are strong. Arab merchants sail to Greece, Italy, and Spain, and their beliefs travel with them. At first, Europe reacts with curiosity, a single God, a focus on knowledge, a culture built around reading, writing, and scholarship. The tribes of southern Europe encounter this new faith through trade, not conquest. While Christianity is still forming, Islam grows faster because it has access to well-established routes and highly organized communities. Rome watches this rise carefully. The empire has seen many religions, but this one feels different. It comes with philosophy, legal systems, and scientific thought. Rome begins adopting parts of it, first in trade laws, then in education, and eventually in faith. The Roman elite convert first. Scholars follow. Over time, the people join. Rome transforms from a pagan empire to an Islamic empire. This shift changes everything. Roman architecture now develops with wide courtyards, stone domes, and geometric designs. Cities like Rome, Marseille, and Lisbon create early versions of mosques. Scholars translate Greek philosophy into Arabic and Latin centuries before it happens in our real timeline. Mathematics spreads earlier. Astronomy becomes more advanced. Medicine improves. Paper arrives sooner. And Europe enters a scientific golden age far earlier than the Renaissance. But there is impact beyond science. The political map of Europe changes. Without the Catholic Church becoming dominant, there are no medieval popes, no Crusades, no religious wars between Christians and Muslims, because Christianity never becomes Europe's majority faith. Kings do not need approval from Rome to rule. Feudal Europe becomes more centralized under larger Islamic-influenced empires. Education becomes more widespread. Arab styles of learning spread through libraries, study circles, and early universities. European literacy rises. Women gain more educational opportunities than in our real medieval world. The divide between Eastern and Western Europe becomes smaller because both sides share a common religious and intellectual framework. Exploration also changes. When Europeans begin sailing outward, they use advanced navigation tools created through a combination of Arab star charts and Mediterranean shipbuilding. The first explorers who reach Africa or cross the Atlantic might come from an Islamic Europe rather than a Christian one. Their goals differ, their methods differ, and the relationships they build differ as well. But this world is not perfect. A continent united under one religion may experience slower cultural diversity. Political identity may be more uniform. Philosophical disagreements that shaped Europe in our timeline may appear weaker. The Reformation, which transformed thought and government, never happens. Europe may advance in science, but remain conservative in ideology. Still, this alternate Europe is more connected, more educated, and more technologically advanced than the Europe of our actual Middle Ages. Cities grow faster, knowledge spreads earlier, nations rise differently, and the biggest question remains: if Islam shaped Europe before Christianity ever arrived, would the world experience fewer religious conflicts? Would our modern identities be different? Would global history feel more united or more divided? One shift in timing, one change in which ideas arrived first, and the entire path of world history transforms.